flight and rose above all. He changed the game and became a legend.
Ah, chills. Literal chills.
Anyway, I'm back, YouTube, and with 2K23 being less than a week away from a release, everyone's waiting, everyone's excited, so I decided to load up 2K11. Yes, 2K11, just because this is the game that had Jordan challenges, which we will have in a couple of days after the next game gets released. So let's jump into them and see how they looked like back in the day. So for the challenges, I know they will be a bit different in a new game release, but looking back at what they had back then, they had 10 challenges, and going through them, the first one, it's called The Arrival. It was 3 years of Michael Jordan being in the league, and he had a biggest scoring game in a playoff. And that game was against none other than a completely stacked Celtics team with Bird and, well, nobody expected them to win, especially in Boston, because, and during that year, only Blazers were the only team throughout the whole regular season that were able to win against Boston in Boston. So, yeah, that's the first game, the Arrival. Jordan scored 63 points there, and here we would have to score at least 63, shoot at least 50% from the field, and record at least six assists. The second one is 69 points. Again, another insane game by Jordan, who dropped 69 points against Cavaliers in a regular season game, and he was just insane back then. So the challenge here would be to score 69 as well, shoot at least 50% from the field, record 6 assists, and win the game. The third one that we have is called a shootout, and it's against Hawks, against 90s Hawks, with Dom Wilkins leading that team, and both Jordan and Wilkins were both insane scorers back then, and they were leading teams and they were playing insane offense. So in this challenge, we would have to outscore Dom Wilkins. We would have to hold him to under 25 points, record at least 5 assists, and win the game. The next challenge we have is called Bad Boys, which is, well, against Bad Boys, the Detroit Pistons, who had again a really stacked team, and their main objective was to beat up Michael Jordan as much as they can during those games. So their main rule was from stopping him to score any way possible. So he still managed to come up with 47 points in a game against a team like that. And that was another game which had really insane highlights from Michael Jordan, with a 360 layup on a fast break, I think, being one of the key ones. Challenge number 5 is a second game in 1991 against Lakers with a Magic Johnson in front of them. And yeah, the first game, Jordan had kind of a subpar performance, and second game, he wanted to come back and show himself for what he truly is. And well, that's exactly what he did. He came back, he scored 31 points, and for this challenge, we would have to do the same thing. Scored 31 points, average at least 55% shooting from the field, and average at least 11 assists. And by the fact that this shows, well, the challenge says average, I'm guessing this would be at least a couple games that we need to play. But yeah, Jordan really did his thing, so we would have to follow and do the same thing. Challenge number 6 is probably one of the most iconic moves after scoring made by MJ, and it's called the shrug. Jordan had a really insane first half of the game. It was the game 1 of the NBA Finals 1992 against Portland Trail Blazers, and he hit 6 threes in the first half, which was unheard of before. And before that, well, the record was just 5, so he completely took the trophy and a new milestone under his name. But yeah, it's called the shrug. What we would have to do is kind of follow up on his performance, score 35 points, make 6 threes in the first half, and hold Drexler to under 20 points. Challenge number 7 is called Double Nickel. So Double Nickel was the game when MJ went to play baseball. Well, he went on to play baseball for some time. He came back and he managed to score a good old 55 points against New York Knicks. And well, he made a pass that was really, really unforgettable back then. And I'll just let you enjoy the highlights of that game for a bit while I'm still talking about it. But again, the challenge would be to score 55 points, shoot at least 55% from the field, well, double nickel, kind of being a key there, record at least 2 assists and win the game. Next up, we have a Father's Day victory. So the Father's Day victory is a Game 6 against Seattle Supersonics in 1996. It was the last game of NBA Finals where they took a 4-2 lead then and won the 4th NBA championship. Well, my MJ at least did win his 4th NBA championship. And yeah, everyone said that Gary the Glove Payton would lock him up. And he kind of did that, at least in a Game 5. But apart from that, he was still just showing up to the game and doing his thing. So yeah, the next challenge is to score 22 points, grab at least 9 rebounds, and record at least 7 assists while winning the game. Challenge number 9 is probably the most iconic name for any kind of sports achievement. It's the flu game. Everyone knows the flu game. My wife knows the flu game. Probably my grandma knows the flu game. Everyone knew back in the day. Everyone knows right now. Flu game is when a very, very ill Michael Jordan just still managed to dominate the game and hit the winning shot in the last seconds of the game against Utah Jazz in a Game 5 of NBA Finals. So for this challenge, we would need to score 38 points. Again, I'll repeat what he did. Grab 7 rebounds, record 5 assists, and manage to win the game. And for the last challenge, it's called Michael's Last Dance, and it was the last Michael Jordan's season with Chicago Bulls. And again, last season, last championship. So that's what he did. He had his last dance, getting to the finals, playing again, 2nd year in a row against Utah Jazz. And in the last game, Game 6, he went back to the court because like he was running on fumes at that point, and he still managed to go back to the court, score 2 points on a really, really fast possession, steal the ball back from Karl Malone, and hit a really, really crazy shot after getting himself open after an ankle breaker. So again, another iconic performance. And for this challenge, we would need to do kind of the same thing that he did in a way. Score 45 points, get 4 steals, record 1 assist, and win that game. So all in all, there are 10 challenges with quite a few games, I guess, and some of them, at least one, will definitely have the whole series. And I'll be honest with you, there's no way in hell I'm finishing the whole thing with just a couple of days left until 2K23 is released with all the new and updated Jordan challenges, so I will not even try to do that. We'll try and finish one challenge today with you guys here on this video. You guys get to remember what the gameplay looks like. I'll get to remember what the gameplay looks like, and I'll be honest, even though I had like 500 hours into this game at least back in the day, I have no idea how to play it. And from the 2 or 3 minutes in shoot-on that I just had, I still have no idea how to play this.
It's gonna be an adventure?
Yes, this is going to be very interesting.
So for a challenge, for this one challenge that I decided to do, I took the Bad Boys challenge, just because, well, no matter how they played, I did enjoy the Bad Boys, the Detroit Pistons, and I really do wonder how they looked in a game, or how they would look in a game. And oh my god, what is this game and why does it look like that? So let me just switch up the camera settings real quick and I'll be back with you. So from the top, I see that the game is gonna be 8 minutes, and I do wonder if the game is anything like...
You stupid!
Okay, so first off, if you get back to 2K11, you cannot dribble with right stick, and we just learned that the hard way. Okay, I'll say we are off to a bit of a tough start, and okay, I guess I did manage how to dribble, well, did manage to find how to do that. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. and I have no clue what I'm doing. I have absolutely no clue what I'm doing and how what I need to score here. So this is definitely gonna be an interesting challenge. So on defense, I look absolutely terrible. At least I know how to do a behind the back, which I don't know if it's gonna help me or not. And yeah, so far not so good, I can tell you that much. So while a lot of things are fairly different, especially controller wise, I guess, there are some that are, well, still kind of the same. Steals like that, let's say. And I think there's no such thing as a green release here. At least I don't see any bar that I could like hold or whatever. So I'm just trying to shoot and failing pretty miserably at it. I know that Jordan wasn't like the best three-point shooter, and there are some bars at the bottom that should kind of give me an idea of how well a person can shoot from that spot. But to be honest with you, this does look really difficult, and way more difficult than it would be completing something like this on a newer 2K installment. Okay, so the first half is coming to its end, second by second, and I did manage to score 15 points, and I am winning, but at the expense of Jordan having 2 points out of these 15, and he's well, he has 2 fouls, so he's not even playing right now. So I am struggling. I don't think I'll be able to complete this right now, at least from the looks of it. But maybe we'll find like a play or whatever that could really help us. But look at me clamping Isaiah Thomas and getting that steal, going to the fast break, and yeah, just getting completely nothing out of it. Okay, so I played this for a whole quarter now, and let me tell you a couple of things. Let me tell you a couple of thoughts that I have about this game. You know how people are constantly talking on Twitter and YouTube and whatever that, oh, 2K11 was the best game of all time, 2K11 was this, 2K11 was that. I can see where they get that. Like, in a lot of those conversations, you would see me saying that it's just like remembering your childhood, good memories from your childhood, and so on. But there are definitely a couple of aspects of the game, firstly, that I like more than I like in a... Oops, I was just talking and forgot how to shoot. Anyway, there are a couple of aspects of the game that I liked more than what I like about newer 2Ks. Let's say I was talking trash about defense, and apart from that I don't know how to keep your hands up, how to hold your hands up. Still didn't quite figure that out yet. Apart from that, a lot of things really do make sense here. Can I get that screen, please? Guess not. A lot of, like, the defense just makes sense, and it's way more responsive than it is on a newer 2Ks. And yeah, I get that, like, there's just a lack of animations in many cases, and I mainly play online, so like the delay and so on is different, but still a lot of these things, it's just like the defense, like, it does feel really responsive. And second thing, timeouts, they were just like 1 second. You click X and it skips and you get back in the game. You don't have to watch through like insane amount of animations, which for some reason now you do have to. And the second thing that I wanted to tell you is that a lot of things are like really similar to what we have right now. And like, let's say this pickup animation, like the way he picked up the ball, it's pretty much the same as we have right now. As somebody bumps you and you just get that pickup animation. It's a lot of things are staying quite the same as they were in 2K11, and that's crazy to me. That's just completely crazy to me. I don't know what else to tell you. The whole dribble system for dribble heads, I don't know. Dribble heads definitely didn't like this game. I cannot call the screen for some reason. I don't know how to do it, I guess. And shooting foul and one. Thank you. Nice game. Anyway, this animation, that you just saw, it's pretty much the same thing is still in the game. So yeah, I mean, I think I rest my case. And remember when I talked about timeouts? Just click circle. That's it, you're back in the game. Don't need to watch and long animation for which comes up for no reason whatsoever in a newer 2Ks. Okay, so now that I got to play this game for a bit more, I'm learning how to do this and I'm getting used to it. And it's becoming a bit too easy, I guess, at this point. Even though we just get a foul, but we're winning 43-18, and obviously not gonna show you guys the whole game just because it's like 8 minutes every quarter, so that's way too long to put it in a video. But apart from that, the game is really similar to what we have right now, so that's why it's so easy. And yeah, Jordan apparently can shoot threes, not like he did in the first quarter. And we had 23 points with him, so appears that we will be able to complete his challenge this time. But again, I just want to repeat myself that this is real, like a lot of animations are so super similar to what we have right now that it's just creeping me out, to be completely honest with you. Yes, there are lots of things that are different. Well, mainly with how the game looks. Can he make it like that? I guess not. Mainly with how the game looks, with the graphics and so on. And I guess they did lack some technology to make some stuff back in the day. But this game, it's just... It was 11 years ago. Like, the game's been released 11 years ago. There's been 11 other games which everyone, like every of those games were like new and exciting and so on, but I'm not feeling those 11 years in between these, like in between 2K11 and 2K22. I'm just not feeling them, and that scares me. That's really scare me, and it's kind of sad in a way as well. So this is how a halftime stats looked like back in the day. You get a picture of the player, and as you can see, we scored 33 out of 46, I think, for the challenge. So yeah, we are well on our way to do that. But yeah, that was the whole halftime show, and we're back in the game. So again, now they added so many animations and stuff like that, where if you want to grind your player, if you want to play through domination, whichever mode you're playing, doesn't matter. Like, it gets tiresome after some time. It really does when you're playing like 5, 10, 15 games in a row on a one sitting. So I really do enjoy like this kind of presentation where you can just skip everything and just jump back right into the game. It's really nice. But now I guess it's all about the playtime for them. But apart from that, if you're still watching and haven't yet for some reason thought to yourself, well, it's 2022, why am I still watching a gameplay of 2K11? Thank you for staying here, and thank you for watching my videos, and thank you for being in the channel. So if you are still here, you're obviously enjoying this video for some reason. So go ahead and drop a like back, well, somewhere down below, write a comment. You know, what do you think about this? Are you excited for 2K23? And how do you like the 2K11 gameplay, and how does it feel like watching it just from the other side of the screen to you? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you don't have any thoughts, just leave your favorite emoji or anything like that, you know? It really helps the channel. Okay, Jordan just flies up on everyone in this game. But yeah, just still again playing, the only two things that I haven't seen on defense are again bump steals and random blocks from behind. So basically the only two things that wouldn't make sense in real life that we have in 2K22, I'm sorry. Those things were not in a game back then. And I guess make of that as you wish. Okay, so we are in the last quarter. We are winning by reasonable amount, and all we are missing is just last 8 points with Jordan. But well, with the way he flies up and he just elevates in the game, it shouldn't be too hard to get those last now 6 points remaining to complete that challenge. But yeah, it's fun, like I'll tell you that much. The game has been fun, and I guess that's what's the most important. Yes, there are some clunky things here going on, but it's 2011 game. Like, that's what you would expect from 2011 game, and there are, I would say there are scenarios where there's just less clunky things going on in here than there would be in a new 2K. So I know I'm sounding like a broken record at this point, but it's just... Okay, can I make this? Yes, I can. Jesus, look at the animation. So yeah, I know I sound like a broken record, but I just need to talk about this as much as I can, just because it's... I wasn't expecting this. Like, I wasn't expecting anything like that at all, so... no, that's too much. But yeah, I wasn't expecting anything like that, so it just got me completely out of nowhere and really caught me by surprise. So yeah, just need by the way, look at this. It's just, I hope they'll have something like this in a new game, because if like you need to do it by memory or anything like that, it will be annoying and it will be just unnecessary. So quality of life updates like this is super great. Why did I shoot? Okay, so that's 47 points. That's challenge completed. So all I need to do is just finish that game and I'll meet you at the end of it. So I did kind of let the game just play out till the end, and we won and we finished the challenge. Let's just finish it with one more nice dunk just before the end. And again, I'll just repeat this once again. The game is similar. Sadly, the game is similar to what we have right now. That's the player of the game screen. Yeah, I do kind of remember this. Yes, you get the highlight reel of all the plays, of all the highlights that's been done by a player, and I always enjoyed watching this. It's really well made, like it's really well made for the time. So yeah, it's nice. Like, I don't think we get anything like that now. We do get something like at the end of the 4th quarter, before the game even ended, even if the game is like even. So yeah, it just, I don't know, it just hits different, you know, those memories. And after you skip it, you get the game wrap up, G moments, so I guess that's the highlights from everyone else. And you just quit the game. Okay, you get shoes, nice. 1 of 40 Jordans collected. And that's all you get. Basically, that's all you get, because there was no such thing as like my team back in the day. There was a my player, and I think you can use those shoes in the my player mode, or you can just equip them to any player once you're like editing a roster. But apart from that, you just complete all 10 things. I'm not really sure what you get for that. You would have to Google that yourself. Sadly, sorry, I'm not as prepared as I thought I would be. But yeah, apart from that, complete challenges just like that. And after you get them all done, you get all 10 completes and just done them for your own satisfaction. This year, of course, it will be different in 2K23, and all of the rewards we'll see probably just when the game is released. But for now, I want to say thanks everyone for watching. I'm so glad to be back, and it's been fun. It's really been fun, and I never thought that I would upload 2K11 gameplay on my channel, but stuff happens. So again, thanks everyone for watching, and I'm out. Peace.